I am cold. I'm not.
We would like to say it's
feeling the Holy Ghost right now, but I'm freezing.
Someone needs to lay hands on us.
We're here at the Samuel Project in St. Louis, Missouri. You see behind us, we are covered in snow. It is freezing out here. So I'm just thankful to be here with Brother Cline, Jeff Cline. Tell everybody your name.
Jeffrey Cline.
Boom, he got it. Nailed it.
Genius. First try.
All right, Brother Cline, where are you from?
Originally from Ohio, Portsmouth, Ohio, but right now I'm from Chesapeake, Virginia. That's my home church, and that's where I live.
Wow, so this snow, this cold, this is just ordinary to you?
Most of the time.
Most of the time?
Yeah.
All right. But Brother Cline from Virginia is a children's evangelist. I just want to sit down and just take a couple of minutes with him and ask him a few questions and just to get to know you a little bit better.
Okay.
And the first question, well, you already nailed the first question, your name. You already nailed the second question, where you're from.
All right.
So the third question I want to ask you, how did you get involved in children's ministry?
Honestly, I think I've always been a part of it. My mom was a Sunday school teacher, so I was always at church, so I was always helping her. So I was always helping kids and things like that. Later on, when I got married, I was in church doing things. I was a youth pastor. But when I went to my pastor said, here's the keys to a van. So I'm driving the church van, and I'm focused on youth. But as I'm bringing youth, I'm bringing their brothers and sisters. So I got little kids on a Wednesday night. I got a bunch of kids. It's Bible study. And I got a bunch of little kids that don't want to hear a boring pastor. I don't mean to sound that way, but they don't want to hear a Bible study. And I said, Pastor, can I take these kids downstairs? I took them downstairs. I didn't have any teachers, didn't have any staff, but I could make kids laugh. I made kids laugh. I got into a closet, grabbed some stuff out. And from there, we started children's church. And it's just been a part of my lifestyle ever since. Just I love kids, love entertaining them, love making them laugh. And just something about a kid, man. Just something about a kid connecting with them.
Yeah. And sometimes that's how we end up in ministry. You see a need, you feel a need. You had no intentions of being a part of that. You're just there, just serving. And then next thing you know, you're just so, you're involved. And the Lord just calls you, and that burden, that exposure just kind of like draws you in that direction.
They were there. They wanted to get on the van. The teenagers like, you can't come to church. It's youth night, or it's this. I'm like, man, let them come to church. Then once they're there, I'm like, man, you got to do something for them. So that's how you do it. You're called, you do it. You see the need, you feel it. Yeah.
And how long have you been involved in children's ministry?
That was youth, children's ministry. I mean, technically, title-wise, 25 years.
25 years.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wow. Let's switch it up a little bit. I'm going to throw you a couple of just fun questions just so we can get to know you a little bit better, just outside of ministry. First question, what's your favorite food? You have a favorite food?
Favorite food? I like Italian. I like Italian food.
Oh, me too.
All right. Yeah.
I love Italian food.
And I like the red sauce. So any Italian food, anything I can get red sauce. We call it gravy. Anything I can dip in, sop in, get a little meat, get some of my bread into that gravy. Italian. Yeah.
What do you like to do as like a hobby?
Drums. I play drums. I love music. I love playing drums. I love taking songs, breaking them down from old songs to new songs, taking the beat out of them, adding drums to it. Music is everything. If you see my ministry, I love music. I tie music into everything. But when I'm at home and I'm doing it, nothing else, and I got free time, I'm on my drums. I'm playing drums.
You have a song that you wrote?
That I wrote, Jesus Rocks. But it goes like this: Una bada, a. Jesus rocks. And that's it.
Simple.
That's it. And it's actually out on Apple Music.
Apple Music.
It is.
So do you have a title to this song?
Genuine Jeff. Jesus Rocks. It really is. We did it at we did it in Ohio camp. and we tried to sell it at General Conference.
Did it sell?
No, but we're trying.
But it's there.
It's out there, and Billy Thompson's on it.
Oh, look that up. Look it up. Check that out. I'm sure it's great.
Yes.
You have a favorite place that you've traveled to, a vacation spot?
Vacation spot. I love Canada. Something about Canada. Just I like the beach, but I like the beach where it's mountains and cliffs. I like sand and stuff like that, but there's just something about the east side of Canada that's beautiful to me. In the military, they sent me to deserts and stuff like that. But cool places I've been in the ministry has been to Canada and Mexico. Mexico was pretty cool.
All right. Speaking of the military, let's shift a little bit. Speaking of the military, I know you have an incredible testimony. I want you to share with the individuals here that are listening, that are watching. Brother Cline, you came, you were saved, baptized, filled with the Holy Ghost, and just something happened in your life, in your walk, and you just stepped away from that. You backslid essentially.
Yes.
You backslid. But you have that incredible testimony of how you came back to God. Obviously, he's sitting here, children's evangelist. He is not backslidden right now. Sometimes he might say something that might look like he's backslidden, but he's not backslidden. You can book him, and he'll come, and he'll be a blessing to your church.
I would love to come.
But he has an incredible testimony of how God brought him back.
Many years ago, 1990. I joined the Army in 1990. I was called off to a war, backslid, not living for God, but had enough sense to pray. They teach us and prep us. I was part of the 18th Airborne Corps, and they teach us and prep us about our enemy, and they taught us so many things. And I'll just try to get to the story. I'm in the middle of a war, and each night I prayed. I prayed, God, don't let me die. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. And I remember the bombs, the rounds are going off. It's my birthday, very close to my birthday, around January. And it's cold, and I'm praying. I'm in the foxhole. And I remember God spoke to me, and he said, are you ready to die? And I knew what he meant. I knew I needed to speak in tongues. And I'd been in a church in years. And I remember praying, and I remember taking out, I couldn't feel God for nothing. And I remember taking out my tobacco and my cigarettes, and I'm ripping it up. And I remember pictures of girlfriends, and I'm ripping. I said, God, I just got to feel you. I got to feel you again. I'm not feeling anything. And I remember the last thing, music. My favorite thing, music. And I take it out, and I'm listening to the tape, and I remember the music, and I'm ripping out the cassette tape. And I said, God, I got to feel you. Nothing. Rounds going off, ground shaking. I walk around the foxhole. And I like to tell people I wish it was 7 times. I really don't know how many times. And I started singing I'll Fly Away. I didn't know the words. I sang it like this. I'll fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away. Someday soon, maybe morning, night, or noon. That's how I knew it. But somewhere around that foxhole, the Holy Ghost fell. I began to speak in tongues. And I knew. God spoke to me. He said, I'm not done with you. I'm not done with you. And here I sit today. So,
wow, amazing. Families, keep praying for your family members, your husband, your wife, your children, your nephew, your cousin. Pray. Continue to pray. You don't know what the Lord is doing behind the scenes, and tugging and pricking at the hearts of our family and our friends. Continue to pray, because Brother Cline is a product of that, and just how he came back to God. Anybody can come back to God. You have if anybody that's watching this that might be backslidden or in a place of lukewarmness, that they're struggling, is there anything you'd like to say to them?
Don't be scared to talk to them. Jesus ain't trying to beat you up. He knows what you've done. You know what? We know what we've done. He knows what you've done. Just talk to him. like I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
He already knows. It's so hard to say you're sorry. Just talk to him. The first word is Jesus. And as soon as you say that, he shows up. It's that easy.
That's
It's
easy.
that easy.
Closer than the mention of his name.
Yeah, that's it, bro. That's it.
Last question I want to ask for you to share is if there's anybody out there that's in children's ministry right now or has might be feeling that calling to children's ministry. Is there any word of wisdom or advice that you would like to share with them?
3 things. Pray. Get a hold of someone in your church that does children's ministry and connect with them. And 2, connect with the kid. Find some way to connect with the kid, whether it's a quick little gesture every week. Connect with the kid. Connect with them. Connect with them. Look them in their face. Connect with them. Pray. Connect with the leader of your church that does kids ministry, and then connect with the kid. And I'm telling you, God will open up doors. He'll do it. He'll do it. It's awesome.
Thank you so much for being here.
God bless.
Thank you so much for talking to the people. Thank you for listening and watching. We love you. God bless you.
God bless.
Bye-bye.